Hello, everybody. Another good day today because we are coloring and we're coloring in Shooting Star by Maria Trolle. And the page that we're coloring is this one with the little fairy sitting there in the leaves with some beautiful flowers. And we'll be coloring with our Prismacolor. So let's get started. Let's open this little, yes, let's open it. And let's see, let's get this shot here. A nice view. Okay, that's going to be good. Now, we're going to start with our flowers here. And the first thing I'm going to do is take out my Dalhia, sharpen it, because the point is dull when you buy these. They're like this, they're dull. So I'm gonna need a nice point. Yep, we had our first snow yesterday. It was like a mixture of rain and snow. And when it would touch the ground, it melted right away. So we're going to start with the shaded areas here. But they're talking about more snow for tonight or tomorrow. So we shall see. Over here, these leaves are behind. So they'll be a bit darker. There we go. All right. And then the lines that we have here, we're going to bring them into focus with our Dalhia Purple 1009. So the lines. We're going to try and keep some white in between these lines. There we go. So by using a set of 12 pencils like this, if you don't have any Prismacolor and you want to try them out, this is a nice little set to get to try them out. And once, if you do like them, you know, you could follow this kind of coloring in any of your books and see if you like them. Of course, Maria Trolle has good paper, so that kind of makes things easier. When you have quality paper, the pencils react better to that paper. We're going to make the bottom here dark. And we're going to finish with a very light layer going upwards. We're going to do that all around. Yep, so buying a little set like this if you don't have any Prismas is a nice way to test them out, see if you like them, see how they react in your books. Okay, this petal here is over this petal here, so I'm going to add a bit of shading there. This petal is a little over this petal, so some shading over here. This petal is over this petal, so some shading over here. This petal is over this petal, so some shading. All right, our next color. Pomegranate, $1.95. We go over the light area here and extend another light area. So the light area, and we extend it higher. Very light layer. Oh, the Dalhia purple, I did not extend. I did not do that little part here. The transition area, very lightly. Okay, a little transition area here as well. There we go. With the pomegranate, $1.95, we'll go over that light area there, which is the transition area. There we go. Along our shading here, we can add a bit of it on top. And this here, it's also shaded over there. This is shading, this is shading, this is shading, this is shading, shading. Okay, so a little bit on the bottom leaf. Petal, actually. That's a petal, Patricia. Okay, so that was the pomegranate. Now we take the pink, $9.29. Once you know that you do like the Prismacolors and that you do want to invest in a bigger set, then I would recommend that you get the Dahl 133. Dahl is Dahle 133. You'll find that on Amazon. And I think I've been using that one for 3 years. I do have a backup that I also use when I'm changing areas. I don't have to bring it with me because I already have a second one there. But I like having backups of everything. Okay, I'm going to bring this pink up over here and over here. And a very light air touch to go up a little bit. So on this side, and then just lightly I'm going to go up. So on the side, where's my brush? Where's my brush? Odd things happen sometimes, right? And a very light coat. Very light. All right, so on the side here, on the side there, and a very light layer. On the side, and a very light layer. Side, a light layer, like this. Okay, on the side, on the side, on the side, on the side. So if you have pencils, I'm wondering what kind of pencils you have, how you like them. You know, any type of pencil, you can have good results. And what is considered good results is what you enjoy the most. Just going over where I went in with the Dalhia in the beginning, getting some of that tooth out. I'm pressing a little bit harder so that I can get the tooth out. Like this. Now I have a long sleeve, so it's not too bad. I'm not going to dirty my page too much. The oil from my hand is not going to be transferred. But if you're not wearing a long sleeve, use a sheet of paper to protect the page from the oil of your hands. Okay. After that, we shall go in with the Pink Rose 1018. So let's go all over and bring out the light pink very lightly, because we are going to use more color. Very lightly. And I can see that where I put the Dalhia here, and then I put the pomegranate, when I go in circles like this over it and come out, it adds another color It makes for a nice gradient. There. I wonder where that brush is. Oh, I found it. I found it with the eraser. So some of that pomegranate and dahlia is being moved upwards when I'm blending this way. So with 12 pencils, you're getting more than 12 colors because of the blending. There are other sets of 12 or 24. I remember seeing an ocean theme, which is probably one I would get just to do something here on the channel, because I have all the colors in my big set, but it's kind of nice for you guys to see a smaller set. But if you already have the Prismas, I'd love to know. Okay. All right. This is coming along, right? This is coming along. A nice little gradient here. Then I'm going to take the Pale Vermilion 921. I'm wondering if I should drink hot water when I'm streaming. Maybe I would have less problems with trying to clear my throat all the time. So the Pale Vermilion, we'll just very, very lightly add on here. Let's start just with the sides. This is the color I like with red. In a gradient. These little leaves in the back, just a tiny bit, just to say that it's sort of peeking through there. Okay. We'll go back in with the 1018 Pink Rose, and we'll go very lightly up over the vermilion that we've just put in, and go up a little bit higher. So we'll go over the Pale Vermilion and a little bit higher. Okay, I like it, so I'm going to burnish. So I'm going to keep going over and over till I like the results. I'm going to leave a little bit of white here. This is a lot lighter up here. There. This is what our leaves are going to look like, our petals. Yeah, I like that. I'm satisfied. So we used 1, 2, 3, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pencils. So that's pretty good. So I'll do like I did with my other videos. I'll do the gradient in my book that I track all of my colors in. That way I can go back to a page and say, okay, what did I use for this page? And it's all written down. So I'm always with the same pink rose, 1018. I feel like I didn't put any pale vermilion there. So I'm going to go ahead and add some. If I did, it's very light. So. I took out my nail polish top coat. Oh! So that you'll remember to protect your pencil's writing and your pencil numbers. Because when I say we need pink rose 1018, well, you want to be able to read it on your pencil. And what happens, it's as you're coloring, it erases. This writing on the pencil erases. So. All right, so if you go ahead and use some Scotch tape here. Tiny piece, and protect the number. So when I'm using my sharpener, then I'll go right up to here. So I'll just, either I take off the Scotch tape or I just stop when it gets to here, so that I can continue using the sharpener on the names. That's the reason why I'm using nail polish, clear nail polish. There we go. I'll put that over here to dry. So later on, after the color along, I'll do all of the pencils that way. Oh, I forgot. Oh, there's a little bit of white, but I have to make sure I leave some white at the tips, like I did here. So now I'm blending the pale vermilion. I've left a little bit of white on the tip. I'm burnishing right now. I'm going a little bit harder and just making sure that I have no more tooth. Where I see tooth, I'll go back and burnish with my pencil. Okay, so I'm going to blend in the pale vermilion, go up a little bit, leaving a bit of white there. Okay, I think we're done with this flower. You can tell when you've had enough pencil on the paper, your pencil just slides everywhere. It's as if you were skating on ice. All right. Okay, for the middle, I'll start with the yellow. So what I have here is the lemon yellow. Our doll 133. I will list all of the pencil colors in the description below the video. And just nice to know that they're very handy for you. So all of my leaves tips I'm doing with the yellow. I'm going to do just a very light coat here of yellow. Let's take the green, olive green 911. All brand new pencils. That's fun. My cat's not mad at me anymore for bringing her to the vet. All it was the nails needed to be clipped, but she hates it so much that I can't do it alone. But I did find the possibility of finding someone that comes to people's homes. So I'm going to give her a call and see. All right, so all around in green, and then go very lightly. I'll come back with the yellow in the middle. Did you notice that this flower has eyes over here and a nose? It's very cute. Very, very cute. And we'll make sure that it's at its darkest all around. That will make it look like the center is lifted up a little bit. So the dark area is like downwards. There. I'll come with the Dalhia. Will that help out a little bit? Just a little bit at the very edge of the line, like almost on the line actually. Because the flowers here, that's what they have here, down here, is Dalhia. Yeah, so right over the green gives it a nice dark color. Almost a brownish. So, since we don't have any browns in our set, this is quite good. Okay. Back with my olive green 911. Blend all that out. I am going a little bit harder. All right. I'm going to take my Dalhia and just redo the shading right here. Yeah, I'm going to go up a little bit like this. And then with the pink, 929. Okay, so the same here, just a little bit of Dalhia. And the pink. a little bit of Dalhia on the sides. I'm going to do all of them on the sides. As I'm coloring, I'm thinking, okay, I like this. I need something else over here. Let's add this. And we can see the pale vermilion down there in the petals. It's pretty, goes well together. It's getting there. Okay. I think what people will really want to see the most are the wings. So let's start that. Let's start that out. We have two blues here. We have the non-photo blue 919 and we have the blue slate 1024. So I am going to start with the blue slate. And then the non-photo blue. There we go. All right, so starting with the blue slate, I'm going to put it down just about everywhere, including the wings, very lightly, because through the wing we can see the background. So that's why I'm adding the blue. It's going to take the same color but lighter than the background. Thumbs up, please, like my video, and subscribe. It's always appreciated. That way we're telling YouTube, yes, we like this channel. We want this channel to continue. After that, I'm going to be taking up my Posca pen. So this is a very light coat layer. So I'm going to do all of it right up to the flowers, like the circle here, right? here. So that's something that you can do if you're coloring along. Very lightly. And I will be using my eraser, Durant battery operated eraser for the bouquet effect. It's going to be a very simple bouquet. It's not going to be like the Christmas one, because that was, the Christmas one took quite a while to do, but oh so pretty. So we're just tickling the page. And erasing where we want some of the bouquet to be. And my famous Posca pen is the PC1M. It's bullet shaped and it's 0.7 millimeter. I buy it at my local art store. It's probably on Amazon, but just make sure that it's coming on Amazon. It's also coming from Mitsubishi Pencil Co. And it's being imported from France, because you want to make sure that you're getting quality for what you're. Okay, so it's not running, but if I keep going, it might start running. Just needs to be tickled a little bit. Okay, so that's not working. So what we're going to do is this tip, we're going to have it go in a little bit. Was just dried up. Maybe I didn't close it properly. There we go. So we have a whole bunch right there. So and it does dry quite quickly. I'm going to pick it up from there. I don't want to waste it. I must have not closed it properly. No wasting Posca. Posca, some people use it to, well, there's all sorts of uses. But there's paint rocking, coloring. Paint rocking. Oh my goodness, rock painting. And they use, I went over the hair here, so I'm just gonna erase it. And I'm gonna be doing the hair in pink. That's why I took a pink pencil. Pink hair? Yeah. Pink hair is very pretty. So do you have Michael's near you, or Blick, or where do you buy your art supplies? For Europe, I don't know the names, but I know the United States has Michael's as well as Canada. And Blick's is American. We don't have Blick's here. So, do you have some music on, or the telly? There, so we've gone over all the lines. All right. Posca dries very quickly. So what we're going to do is go into the wings and add some shading. So by her face, we'll go in with the pink. I'm leaving the Posca, I'm just going beside it. Like that. Very, very lightly. We're hoping for a see-through effect. There, so I've left all the white lines. Okay, let's get this one out here. The Lavender 934. Let's continue our gradient here. Not actually going to the tip because that blue is still showing, so it helps with the transparency. Now there's no white in this set, so that's why I've avoided using the white. Okay. So we're getting a very textured looking wing. Not too solid because it's a little see-through. There, so we can still see some of the blue on the tips. All right. Let's get some green out. We still have this green here. The grass green 909. Oh no. My battery is almost over, so I'm gonna have to stop. So go ahead and thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, and I look forward to being with you again very soon. Okay, so here it's a little darker. I'm going to go lighter. There. And then I'm going to take out the Spring Green 913. Come up here, add a bit right on the bottom of the yellow under the leaf. which is going to be darker because there's shading. So I'm going to go in with my darker color and do some shading. All right, I'm going to go in also with my olive green. I'm going to do the top here, the bottom, and I'm going to leave the center here lighter. So now you can do all the leaves in a gradient. And the wings, the whole sky in that blue, light blue, blue slate it's called. And the flowers here. So when we finish this on the next video, we'll all be caught up. That's what I like about Maria Trolle. She has a lot of pages like this that are just big enough to be interesting, but small enough that it doesn't take us forever. So I like the size, that size, very much. So I'll be seeing you very soon. Take care, everybody. Thumbs up. And subscribe and leave a comment. Let me know any questions you have. If there's, if you have a Maria Trolle, a Hannah Karzan, or a Joanna Basford book, go ahead and let me know and which one you have, and I'll have a look through it and see if I have it, because I do have quite a few of them. So see you soon. Thank you for participating. Bye.